Okay, so just imagine creating a visualizer that no one will forget. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you a game-changing technique that will make your visualizers stand out. When I first started doing visualizers, my projects lacked substance because they were too plain, but ever since I've been using 3D layers and 3D cameras, I've been a beast at it. So stay tuned until the end because I have a special technique that will blow your mind away, so let's not waste any more time. Okay, so with Photoshop open, what you're going to do now is simply mask out your subject like this, and just make sure that the mask is clean enough to make an animation with it. So now once this is done, what you're gonna have to do is simply copy and paste it. Okay, so now what you're gonna have to do is simply hide the character, go to the main picture and simply delete the subject from the picture. So just make a selection around it and simply click on generative fill, click on generate. Okay, now so we have a clean background plate. So what we can do now is simply go inside of After Effects and start animating. Okay, so once you're in After Effects, what you're gonna have to do is simply import your Photoshop file. And now just double click, and as you can see, the layers are already separated for you. This will be ND. So what you're gonna have to do first is simply put all of your layers into 3D. So just check all of these little boxes right there. And now what you can do is simply click on one view and select two view. And what you can do is simply select your background, click on P, and simply push it to the Z axis like this. Okay, just push it so it's really far away. As you can see, our subject is there and the background is there. They have a distance between them. Now just click on S to scale it up so it can fit the frame. Perfect. So what you're gonna have to do is simply right click on the layer tab, click on new, and click on camera. Click on type, select the OneNote camera, click OK. What you can do now is simply have fun with your animation. Now select the camera, click on P, you simply add a keyframe at the first frame. Now just go a few frames later and just add another keyframe right there. Now go back to your first keyframe and just start moving the camera around. So for example, I want it to go far into the sun. So I'm just gonna control it like this by pushing the Z axis values. So now if I press play, this is how it looks. And as you can see, the animation is pretty linear. So what you can do is simply select all of the keyframes and click on F9. And as you can see, the animation is better. And now what you can do, simply make some random zooms here and there. So let's add a bunch of keyframes, zoom in and zoom out, and just start spamming these zooms all in your composition. Okay, so now just click on hue and click on that drop down menu right there, click on transform, and what you can do is simply add keyframes on the y axis of the rotations like this. So now what you can do is simply make a slight rotation like this. Click on F9. I'll do that with the Z rotation also. Okay, F9. And as you can see, the background is really cropping out of the frame. So what you can do is select the background, go on effects and search for a tile and click on repeat tile and just make it expand to the borders that is cropped out and put the mode on unfold. Okay, so now we fixed our background. So now as you can see, the animation is still pretty plain. So what you can do, click on the clock of the position right there and now just copy and paste this expression. This expression will be in my description, so don't hesitate to copy and paste it. So as you can see, we got some shake going on. It's really smoother, but it's not enough. To make it enough, what you're gonna have to do is simply go ahead and click on the clock of the rotation, just add a wiggle expression. And this is how the animation looks like with a little bit of tweaks and shakes. It's not bad, but it could be better. So what I'm gonna do now, simply select the background and add a little distortion effect. So a turbulence displace effect, and I'm just gonna start animating this effect. Okay, so now the animation is practically done, and do not forget to add the motion blur on all of your layers so it can look clean when it's animated. And there's one more thing you can do to add a little bit more spice to our animation is simply select your subject, go to this tool and just start pinning like places like this and make sure that the head is well isolated. Okay, it is. So now what you can do is simply start animating the head. Then 2 keyframes is enough. Just make sure to put them at the start, this, and copy and paste them all throughout the timeline. And just select all of the keyframes, click F9. Now once that you're back in the main composition, just adjust the final animations to your liking. You can add the effects that you want, you can add anything you want, but I won't really do that right now just to keep the video simple. So that was one way you could improve your visualizer skills. And the other way is simply adding animations to your character, making his limbs move, making his head move a little bit more than what I did. The character animation could be a whole video on its own. That's why I got you guys with this video. So if you want to learn more about character animation, just click on it and make sure to subscribe to my channel to not miss any content like this. Boom.